today, as I said yesterday, we are at Gardaland, which is behind us. Well, it's kind of back to front there. So with the bus circumstances that is around here, we have to get an early bus and then we can get in. Then it's about 40 minutes wait before the park actually opens. It's the only bus to get. If we get the next bus, we end up missing the opening show, which I said about yesterday, which I wanted to film. So at the moment we're just having a look. So when we went past on the coach, you can actually see, I think it's Peppa Pig World, because that's opened new this year. So we are going to have a look sideways as best as we can when the path finishes, which I've just noticed. So I'm going to try and see if I can film a little bit of, I think it's just like a train there. Is that a train? So I'm just going to show you just that, because that's all we can actually see from our angle. So down there is like a train, so I'm gathering there's a bit that goes around the actual park. Might go on that a bit later on, but yeah. So we are just going to have to wait around out here until the park opens, which I think is in about 40 minutes. But when Perry watched one of his people that has loads of theme parks, he wondered why he got here really early. So now this makes sense, because there is no buses that will get here. They don't run frequently. So yeah, we're just going to have to wait. So I will show you opening once we get in.
Ciao a tutti! Benvenuti a Gardaland! Un biglietto per la gioia io ce l'ho su in tasca, zio, che mi porterà in un mondo tutto da scoprire. In un raptor sono in orbita come un razzo della NASA. Posso fare qualsiasi cosa, io mi sento come a casa. Con i piedi sempre in aria, dimmi fra, facciamo il botto. C'è un corsaro fantasma che mi insegue dappertutto. Bella storia se ci sei, bella storia perfect day. Tanto il circo resta qua, siamo a Gardaland. È la voglia che ci prende per mano.
So we've realised the Molo, I think it's called, is like in Alton Towers. They have that haunted house which makes you feel like you're going upside down. The room's moving around in circles, but I don't know, still like, I still don't get it how what actually happens. So where are we going next?
I don't know.
No, one thing I have realised, there's one of the characters for whatever this theme park is. This guy.
He looks like the tiger.
He looks like the tiger from like Kellogg's. Obviously I don't think it is, but that's what it looks like. But yeah, so that big tree is like the haunted house in Alton Towers. So yeah, we're not too sure where we're going now. There are quite a few shows. When is the next show?
There's one there at 10:40, but we got like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna have another little wander around, and then yeah, we'll see where we go. My parents.
How do you know I'm there on the
Like a
rapids?
volcano behind. Go on then, get your legs up.
So, Charlotte's currently getting a smoothie over there. There's a lot of shows going on today, but I don't think we can film much of it because near enough every show that comes on is like, please put your photos and cameras and stuff away. Which is a shame because the best part of today, except for the theme park roller coaster rides, is the actual shows.
Da dove venne questo non so, da dove venne Garda tutta la colpa Garda perché lei non mi sposò. Da dove venne questo non so, da dove venne Garda.
So in that theatre there, which obviously we can't show because it's an inside show, it's a Broadway. They did Grease, ABBA,
Elton John, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
And it was like Moulin Rouge was the Elton John song. So yeah, if you're like a fan of like musicals, stuff like that, and you come to Gardaland, that is probably the best place to go. It's about a half an hour show.
25 minutes.
25 minutes, so pretty much half an hour. But yeah, it was really good. So yeah, if you're a fan of musicals or Broadway, anything like that, then that place is the place to go. Poor bloke, really hot.
Charlotte. Yeah, I'm not with her. Let's leave her. Let's leave her to it. I don't. So we're leaving now. It's 5 o'clock, so the park closes in a minute. But the bus is also at 5 o'clock. Charlotte wanted to go on a couple more rides, but I was like, basically over here the buses are really funny. Like there's a bus every hour and a half, and I was like, Charlotte, you don't want to miss that bus and wait an hour and a half. You just don't. Do you want to go? She wanted to go on like 1 or 2 more rides, And I was like, no, really no. So she's upset because I won't let her go on more rides. But it's not worth going on like one more ride and then missing the bus and then waiting an hour and a half for a bus, because then she will moan and be bored. And also we have no Wi-Fi, no data, we haven't got nothing to keep us entertained for an hour and a half, so it'd be a long hour and a half, and there's no pavements around here, so we can't just like walk and go for a walk home or go for a walk anywhere because there's no pavements. So yeah, we'll see you soon. We're hoping to go back now for a swim. Again, as I said, that's why I wanted to get this bus so we can go for a swim. I'm not even sure where the bus stop is, so see you soon. Evening walks. I'm tired. It's been a long day. What time do we get up?
9? It's about 9ish.
No, because we got the bus at 9:05. We was in that cafe at 9:15 for the thingy time. So we missed it. My alarm was at 7. I think we got up about 8. Because then we left about 9:15. We got the 9:05 bus. Then we went and got at that cafe about 9:15. We had a tea and a croissant, didn't we? And then the theme park opened at 10. Finished at 5. And that's where the trouble started. So the theme park closed at 5, the bus is at 5. So as I said, Charlotte wasn't very impressed because we had to leave at like 4:45, 20 to 5 to make sure we got to the bus stop. Because if you leave at 5 and the bus is at 5, you're not going to get to the bus stop. Even though it's like a 2-minute walk, you might miss it, so yeah. So we get to the bus stop, a bus comes, and I'm like, I want to go to Pasengo. The woman asked for £2.80. I'm usually giving her £2.10. I'm like, why does she want £2.80 for? So that was the first confusion. I said to her, Pasengo, and she got out like this map thing, and I was like, no, none of the other bus drivers have done that, and we've had no problems with buses. So yeah, basically, the bus driver didn't have a clue what I said, and she charged me more money, so she charged me £2.80 rather than £2.10 because she thought we was going to a different bus stop. So we're on the bus, she drives past our bus stop. Okay, so on Spanish buses, there's no bell. So there's no ding ding, I want to get off at the next stop. There is no bell. But there's got to be a bell somewhere because we've been on a couple buses and the bell's gone off. But there's no bell. I don't know where the bell is, trust. There is no bell. There's no poles, no bells, no buttons, there's nothing. So how are these people pushing the button? I do not know. Because there's no button. So yeah, so we missed our stop. And yeah, we got home eventually. Yeah, we missed the bus. So basically, we landed up like 3 bus stops in the wrong direction because there was no bus. Sorry, there was no bell to ding, and the woman just kept going. So we missed our stop, we missed the next stop, and I was like, but what happened? We sussed out that she was going to drive us to the next town,
Which is Lizzie.
and stop. So it weren't that we was just going to sit on the bus forever. We knew where she was going to stop. But we got there and she stopped. We got off the bus because that's where she thought we was going to get off. And obviously there was no bell, and she's driving, and I didn't want to go up to her and talk to her in a foreign language and be like, we missed our stop. So we just suffered it and just was like, we'll get off at the next stop and we'll come back. So we get to the next bus stop, and luckily, very luckily, you may have heard me mention before that the buses are very random. She'll get a bus that comes, and there'll be one bus at 12 o'clock, one bus at 12:30, and then nothing till 3 in the afternoon. Like, they're really random. There's no consistency to them. So sometimes they come one every hour, and then they have like a 2-hour gap. But luckily, we got to the town, walked over to the other side of the road, and there was a bus coming in 5 minutes. So in theory, we had a little panic, but it was all right.
You got angry. It's fine.
Yeah, I had to
You
pay.
got very
I had to pay for 2 bus journeys because obviously we missed our stop. Had to get off and get a bus back in the opposite direction. But in theory, we only went like 5 minutes to the next town, and then 5 minutes back and 5 minutes waiting for a bus. So we only wasted about 15 minutes of our life, which ain't too bad, and it cost me about a £5. Weren't too bad. At least I now know when I get on a bus next time and they try and charge me too much money, it's because they didn't hear me say I'm going to Pasengo. So next time, so listen, next time, you know what I mean? I know the bus price, don't suffer it when they try and charge me more money or send me to the wrong town.
I feel like there's actually nothing.
We've gone for a
interesting.
different walk today, and it's not very interesting. Should we head back? Yeah, let's go back.
Not very.
So you come out of our apartments and you go right, and there's like 4 pizzerias within about 5 minutes. And we've never walked left because they're doing building works. So we've gone left.
They've opened it.
And there's nothing there.
It's
Just nothing.
and a nice good old tractor.
So, yeah.
Tractor, super scoopy thing.
So you can enjoy the walk with us. This is our walk. So as I was saying, I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, so overall today we went to Gardaland. There was about 8 shows at the theme park and we did 5. So we did about 5 shows and we missed 3. You can't really do all 8 shows because of timing. Some of the times are like 5 minutes away from each other. Like, so you finish a show and you'd have to know where to go, and we didn't know where to go. So yes, we did 5 out of the 8 shows. And if there's like, we did about, I'd say 5 to 10 rides.
Yeah.
And there was probably a few rides we didn't do.
It's kind of like Disneyland. You need to go over a certain period of time.
You need a day to do all the shows and a day for the rides. And we had to do a couple, you know what I mean, a couple runs. And like, yeah, I mean run, like actually run.
Yeah. No, you
The
made me run to
Broadway show.
Broadway show.
Which was
and
the
I
best
like,
show,
done,
so we had
done.
to run. And also they had this cool boat ride thing, which was like, there was a boat, yeah, and we saw people walking onto this boat, but we didn't know what it was. So I was like, let's just go look at the boat. But what it was is basically like an underground water ride, like a. If you've been to Disneyland, they got Pirates of the Caribbean, which is all like in darkness and indoor boat ride. It was basically exactly the same as that, but we didn't know what it was because there's just a boat, and we didn't realise you'd go like underground into this ride. So that was unexpected, and yeah, pretty good theme park. It's only about 5 minutes around the bus.
Yeah, not too far at all.
But yeah, so much better than the English ones, because the English ones have got no theming. It's just like, here's some roller coasters, and these European theme parks have got shows, and they've got so much theming. Kung Fu Panda, Peppa Pig, like an Indian world because they had Aladdin, so
Yeah.
it's like Arabic, yes, not Indian. Anybody's watching and they saying we're Arabic and Indian are 2 different things, they are. We are in the wrong. What else was there? There's like a dinosaur. Well, there was the Raptor theme roller coaster, which linked in with the T-Rex restaurant, and then they had that like. It's not an aeroplane, it was like a Spitfire, wasn't it? Like a fighter jet ride.
Oh, I can't think of the ride it's called though.
Nah.
It's actually gone out of my head.
But yeah, but it wasn't like an
The
aeroplane.
ride I did not like. That's the ride
Yeah.
I got rather upset with. Because it's like a one, you know them ones that like headbanger ones, and yeah, I
Just
would
to shoot.
just jump off the ride.
Just to update you guys on our walk. There's not a lot going on.
I think. Oh no, we're not. I thought we were nearly there, but we're not.
So,
Yeah.
there's, as I said earlier, when we come out and we turn right, there's like 4 restaurants, so we're going to go to a different restaurant every day. They all do exactly the same stuff, not a lot different at all. But we've been to 2 different restaurants, and today we're going to go to a 3rd different restaurant. So there it goes. I think that's time for us to
I think that's
sign out of the vlog, and we'll probably
show you our food, what
show
we
you
get,
some food.
but then that'll be it for the evening. So I think we're going Movieland tomorrow, which I showed you the other day.
Yeah.
It was closed. Perry got the wrong day on his calendar because he was chasing
It's
it
all
around,
based on like films and more movie action.
like Batman kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're going there tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is pretty much it.
And that's that.
Arrivederci. something to eat. So I'm just going to give a bit of advice for you guys who've kind of learned as the nights have gone on. So normally when you're back in the UK, you have your food. Once you're finished, you ask for the bill. But we didn't realise on our first night when we had something to eat that you was waiting, thinking what, like eating our food, waiting, thinking like, are they gonna take our money? Are they like, what's going on? We were sitting there probably for a good 10 minutes, I would say, and then realised that you have to go up to the bar and there's a certain section of where you pay for your food, which we did not realise. So we've now realised that. So if you go to Italy, you don't wait for your to pay. You actually have to go up to a bar to pay for your meal. But yeah, so we are just basically just walking off our food, having a bit of a stroll along the side. So yeah, so that is everything. My battery is flashing, so arrivederci.